Welcome to That's Good for Footy.
That's good for footy. This is what you pray for. Every night and every day for you give it all, and you get more. That's good for footy. Good for footy.
Good evening and welcome. How are you, everyone? Excellent. What a wonderful crowd. It's so good to see Collingwood people again. Do you know why I like seeing Collingwood people? Because there's a bloody lot of you. Yeah. Well done. Let's have a good fun night tonight, okay? Welcome to That's Good for Footy. This is a family-friendly, live and interactive footy panel show. This is where the fans meet the players and the players meet the fans. These are for the passionate supporters, and I'm gathering that's you already, so I won't go too much into that. These shows allow you to see the players be themselves. Let's get stuck in. Let's get our first player out here. It is on Collingwood night, June the 4th. Please welcome to the show. He is our first panellist. He was born on the 19th of April in 2001. Very good, very good. 2 days after my birthday too, thank you. He's played a total of 89 games and he's kicked a total of 57 goals. He made his AFL debut back in 2021. When he plays for the Collingwood Football Club, he wears a number 31 on his back. Thank you very much. Could you please welcome to the stage, Bo McCreary.
Good old Collingwood forever. They know how to play the game. Side by side they stick together to uphold the Magpies' name. See the barricades are shouting as all barricades should. Oh, the premiership's a cakewalk for the good old Collingwood.
How good's that? Thank you very much, everyone. That was wonderful. Mate, no matter how many times you hear it, but it's also wonderful when you walk out to events like this and you get that rapturous applause from people. They're so excited to see you. Everybody's like, hey, Bo, hi, Bo. It's like they all want to know you personally. What's it feel like still for you to walk out into an environment like this?
Yeah, obviously never gets old. Obviously playing for Collingwood, it's obviously a big following, and coming into places like this and seeing a smile on everyone's face is unreal. Yeah,
it's good. Thank you, mate. Thank you, everyone, for welcoming me. That's beautiful. Let's make sure we extend that to our next player. Please welcome to the show. He is our second panellist. He was born on the 2nd of September in 1993. He's played a total of 233 games and he has kicked a total of 193 goals. He made his AFL debut in 2012. When he plays for the Collingwood Football Club, he wears a number 32 on his black, correct. Could you please welcome to the stage, Will Hoskin-Elliott.
Good old Collingwood forever. They know how to play the game. Side by side they stick together to uphold the Magpies' name. See the barricades are shouting as all barricades should. Ship's a cakewalk for the good old Collingwood.
Well done, thank you. Now, I just asked the question to Bo, Will, of what it's like when you're walking out to an audience that is so rapturous and they're just one-eyed Collingwood. How does it feel when you walk out and you see all that, and how does it make you feel?
Oh, Collingwood's the best team there is. So to hear and see the song and see the people, it's amazing.
Yeah, there you go. See, I don't have to, there's no ad lib there, that's just straight off the cuff. Nice to have you, mate. Welcome to your very first That's Good Footy panel show. I hope you have a good time. These guys will make you feel welcome, and I will too, and I'm sure Bo's going to be part of it. What I want to do, though, mate, is I'm going to do it with both of you. We're going to find out a little bit more about you, all right? We're going to do it in our first little segment, which is I want to know more about you. All right?
That's good for footy.
There it is. I want to know this, guys. I want to start straight off the cuff with this one. You're walking up the race and you're about to come onto the ground. What are you saying to each other?
I'm usually complaining because I want there to be a walkout song, and we don't really have a good walkout song. I don't
You
think.
would
So,
mean like a boxing or a UFC kind of thing?
yeah, well, we spoke about it in pre-season, and the leaders reckon they're going to get something going, and I was driving. I was driving with Jamie Elliott, and I was like, we're going through songs, and we came up with a few, and I was in the leaders group chat.
Right.
Getting in their ear, but yeah, nothing yet. So
Okay.
wait and see.
Tell me, in your opinion, Bo, who's sort of probably the most parochial, or who's the one that's trying to rev the team up, or who's doing what?
Sort of on everyone, I reckon. At the start, we sort of all line up and give each other sort of a hug or a handshake before we walk out. And I feel like that sort of fires everyone up and says, "Let's go."
Okay.
Yeah, and then we walk out with music, but then as soon as you're out, changing room, you can't hear anything. So
Yeah. So tell me, Will, what's your experience like? You're walking up the race, you're getting a little bit pumped, but at the same time you're focused. Cross that white line, you're a different kind of individual. What's going on in...
Yeah, I hang at the back and let all the boys that are pumped up and jumping up and about, they go out at the front, and I sort of chill out at the back, so I don't have to get amongst it and whatnot. But as soon as you get up the race and hear everyone here in the crowd and the noise, it's electric.
Yeah. But you're a bit nonchalant.
Absolutely, yeah.
Tell me about touching the banner. What's any superstitions around the banner for you?
Just get through it.
Yeah, right.
Just make sure you get through it.
Yeah, just make sure you don't get coat hanger. That's probably one of the most important things. I want to know this. How much does the phrase, "you've made a mistake, now you just got to get on with it," how has that actually helped you in everyday life away from football? And I ask that question because in football, you haven't got time to dwell on mistakes. You just got to keep moving on. How much has that helped you in everyday life?
Yeah, well, we actually touched on it today. Just things that you're probably good at and things you need to work on. And stuff like that's probably a thing I'm pretty good at. And I'd say Will's probably pretty good at it too, because we're both pretty cruisy fellas. But it probably takes a lot to faze me.
Yeah.
And I think that's in everyday life and football.
Okay.
I've always just had to get on with that attitude. Yeah. I think growing up with my family, my dad was always like that. Doesn't matter what job's in front of you, just get it done, don't complain. So, yeah, I've never really been fazed with that too much. But yeah, it's just always sort of had that get it done mentality.
Are you the same, Will? I don't want to make any assertions here because I want to find out about your personality as we go, but is that the type of person you are?
Yeah, I'm similar. Both said it. We're both pretty much the same type of guy. For me, it's more in my parenting. I've got 2 young kids, and the way I look at them now is, they're kids, they're going to make mistakes, they're going to mess up, and it's just what it is. So
wow.
Just keep moving on.
That's great. Yeah, I like that. We see shots of the coach going off in the box. In your opinion, what do you think frustrates him the most?
Not doing what he tells us, I guess.
Yeah.
So simple things that we know we're good at.
Yeah.
I think just we're so good at contests and pressure, and when we go away from things like that, it'd be frustrating for anyone. It's frustrating for us out there. I think when we don't do the little things well, we've got a big emphasis on our fundamentals and stuff like that, and I think if we're not executing them, it'd probably piss you off.
Yeah, right.
Me personally.
No, that's nice, yeah. Will, you agree?
Yeah, the same thing. The pressure's the big one. When we bring our pressure, we very rarely lose. So when that's off, he's pretty frustrated.
Yeah.
Just the other one's just not kicking the ball forward, over handballs. When we're messing around with the footy too much and not going inside 50. Doesn't like that one.
Yeah, good. Okay. It's important to surround yourself with like-minded individuals and people that push you to be your best. They push you to do your best and also compete. What is it? Who is that for you? It might be at the club or it might be outside of the club, but who is it?
For me, obviously, it was always Scott Selwood. Okay. Recently, he's been our forward coach, but I've always had a really good connection with all our coaches. So we had Hayden Skipworth before that. Yep. He's probably sort of the guy when I first got to the club. Yep. Always believed in me and pushed me. And yet, all of the coaches, I feel like they have massive belief in a lot of us players. So that, and then off the field, probably my parents. Neither of them are like footy heads really. Okay. But they just want me to do well and take my opportunity and run with it. And then my brother, massive, always in my ear if I play shit or even if I play good, he's telling me I played shit. So he's always a motivator for me. And then obviously my partner, she's been massive for me actually. She also doesn't know so much about footy, but she's massive and wanting me to go well.
That's so brilliant. It's wonderful to have a good collective group of individuals around you that either that they're more invested in you as an individual, and that's where I'm really going with that. Tell us about the thought process for you. Who is it that you would rely on?
At the club, it's the whole forward group. We've got a great group. Everyone's sort of connected with each other. We hang out a fair bit. Our line meetings are very chilled out, and there's a lot more laughing than actual focused on footy. It's a different group to most I've played with in the last 2 or 3 seasons, but we'll do anything for each other in that group. The forwards are, like I said, they're just so connected.
Yep.
And outside, it's just playing. Footy's sort of a job now, and there's since I've become a parent, there's more to life than footy. So I just want to make sure I'm a good dad to the kids and something they can see that if you've got a dream, you can chase it. So
that's beautiful.
That's for me.
Well said, mate. Well said. The club has provided you with the opportunity to play football. It's your dream and it's your goal. What would you like to achieve out of this opportunity?
We achieved the flag, that was pretty good.
Yep.
But a big thing for me is probably achieving another one, especially, I'm still obviously only young, but I want to win one when I'm a bit older.
Okay.
I'd like to have, I didn't have a partner at the time, or when I've got kids, I think that'd be so special, seeing the boys with their kids playing on the oval, their partners, everything. I think that's something I've really missed out on. So I'd love for that. And then probably just get better at footy and as a whole really.
It's a bloody good answer. Steelo went through it, obviously playing in his first grand final, 2010, comes back and be able to do it again in 2023. His experience was completely different from the first time to the second time. Give us a little bit of insight into you from that perspective.
I was going to say the same thing. Pendle said it after we won the second one. There was an interview he had, and he said he won his first one in his second or third year, and he was just like, okay, I've got one, now I want 2. He's got 2, now he wants 3. I want my second one.
Yeah.
And he just said that he was so young with the first one that it was like, this is cool, it's going to keep happening. But was it 12 or 13 years later, he finally got the second one, and he said it meant so much more to him because the kids were there, his wife was there, they were on the field with him, and he got to celebrate with those closest to him. So
That's powerful. That's really powerful. Anyone that does their job long enough becomes not just reliable, but experienced and knowledgeable. Experience is advantageous, so much so that it becomes less of what you say and more of what you do. You play with someone long enough and this comes to the fore. How have you found this?
Yeah, well, I feel like sort of what we were touching on before, our forward group has such a good connection, but as a whole we have such a good connection. And I think in the media and everything, they're starting to talk about it, and obviously as fans I think you can see that coming out. I think Fly mentioned on the weekend it's probably one of the best performances we've ever had, and then I think all the commentators, all the footy shows were saying it's a perfect performance. And I think it doesn't really come down to our talent, it just comes down to our connection, and we know where each other are going to be, and we rely on each other so much and we trust each other so much. Like, this is already my 5th year, which I think is crazy, and we've just have so much trust in each other to be in our positions. And talent's not going to win you everything, I think. And we all play our roles so well, and I think that's such a key thing.
Beautiful. Been in the system now, what are we talking, 13, 14 years? So your answer is probably going to be a little bit different.
It's similar. Everyone speaks about we're too old, too slow, but we're experienced, and like Bowie said, we know where pretty much everyone's going to be on the field at each time. So any set play we're doing, we can just rely on, the wingers are going to help the backs are going to roll around and hit the mids and whatnot. So it's more just about like you said, the connection part of it. It's just knowing where you're going to be at each play. Yeah,
I'm smiling thinking about it. I reckon it's awesome. You're in the rooms after the team meeting and the song is sung. You get the chance to chat. You basically alluded to this very quickly. You get the chance to chat with your mates and the family. Tell me, are they advice givers or moment relators? What's generally the conversation?
It probably goes back to how I played. I think all our family probably watch us individually more closely. I'm sure Will's parents and family are the same. They all watch me very closely. They don't as such watch the game. They're pretty critical. But Yeah, they're obviously my partner's obviously always massive. Even if I've played average, she'll tell me I still went it right, which is always nice.
Yeah.
She says she won't bullshit me, but there's definitely a bit on it. But yeah, no, she's really good with that. My brother's pretty straight cut.
Yeah.
But then again, I feel like he watches me, and a lot of the time, it's probably the same with Will. If we're open and we don't get the ball, they're probably a bit salty about it.
Yeah,
so
right.
they see the stuff that we see, but not what other people see sometimes.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, my brother's probably pretty good for that because he understands footy really well.
Okay.
But then again, my dad's doesn't know much about footy and he's just classic Aussie and just wants me to go hard. So yeah, that's dad.
So do you get moment relators though, Bo, or are they advice givers? 50-50 or?
Yeah, probably 50-50.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm probably not one of them players that kicks hectic goals or takes massive hangers, so can't really be a moment guy, but try my best.
Yeah, I just always go, bloody good tackle, mate, bloody good tackle. What's it like for you, Will, when you have family, friends or mates come in?
Yeah, very much the same. If I've got family in the rooms, if I have one touch and one goal, I've had a ripper. But I've got a couple of mates that really understand the game, and they pretty much give me a review as soon as it's done before I even go to the team meeting. So it's a good split between the guys that know the game and my family that just enjoy me playing.
Yeah, very nice. Do you manifest things, guys? Do you write down your goals about what you want to achieve? I talk just about football here.
Yeah, maybe at the start of the year. We do mindset a fair bit with, especially 2023, we dived into it pretty heavily. I think we're bringing it back a bit at the moment with our psychologist, Jackie.
Okay.
And we do a fair bit on our goals and what we want to achieve, stuff like that, personally and then as a whole. But yeah, mine probably always just come back to wanting to improve myself. Yep. At the moment, it's probably get a bit more midfield time. I'm doing a little bit of that at the moment. I'm really enjoying it. Yep. I grew up playing mid, so it feels pretty natural. And
good.
Yeah, I'm enjoying that. And that's probably my biggest goal is taking my footy to another level. Like I feel like I can do the pressure stuff, and that comes naturally.
Yep.
And it doesn't matter if I'm having a good or bad game.
Yeah, good.
But to be able to get up the field, get involved, a few centre bounces, always makes you feel pretty good. So,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's probably a big goal for me
in
the future. So wait and see.
Jackie's spoken about in a very high regard and very well respected, and I've heard a lot of players talk about her at the club. When I talk about manifesting things, what sort of process do you go through, Will, and how does she help you?
I start the year off with the right intentions and then don't check the goal sheet until about the end of the year when we've either made finals or we have just missed it by percentage. So
cool.
It's something I'm not big on, but we do it, and I probably should get to the mid-season bye and reassess.
Okay, yeah, all right, well, that's fine. As fans, we watch the pre-game rituals, the warm-up routines in the locker room. Prior to the game, there is always a lot of handshakes, a lot of bum slaps, a bit of back encouragement, encouraging embraces. How does all that make you feel personally?
Yeah, good. Obviously, you sort of have your lads that you've got a really good connection with, so it's always good to get to them, and a lot of boys sort of say something to you when you get into them. But Howie's one that always stands out to me. He always shakes my hand and slaps me on the back so hard every game, and I always think, I don't know if it's just me or if he does it to everyone. I'm like, mate, I know we're about to play a game of footy, but you need to chill out, huh? Big, like, let's go. And I'm like, bro. But I think he loves it. I think it gets him up. So
absolutely, yeah.
If that's going to work to make him play well, I'll keep copping it.
Yeah. Or it could be the Tasmanian thing, who knows? But I get you.
Makes me nervous.
What about you, Will?
Yeah, no, I'm very quiet when I get to a game, so that 5 minutes before we actually run out, that really gets me going and gets the body ready and ready to run out to the big crowd. So it's probably something I really need, because I literally get there and just chill out, and then 5 minutes before we run out is when I get moving.
I've actually never seen anyone like Will when it comes to footy. Like, even I'm pretty cruisy and like, I'm just like, take it as it comes. But like, and I used to always be late or real late, but this bloke's even worse. We say we're going to be there at 5:40, he'll get there at 5:40 on the dot.
Wow.
And he'll sit in his locker. I don't know what his routine is, but read, what's the magazine?
I like the record.
He reads a record and just chills. Everyone's out there kicking, warming up, and he's just sitting in there reading or talking shit or just chilling. It's pretty impressive. That's
good.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know who does it, but credit to him.
Yeah. I've had discussions and spoken with individuals that have played with him, and also he himself, speaking of Dustin Martin. And Dustin would just turn up, have his tracksuit pants right up until the very last minute, and then he just put his shorts on, bang, let's go out there and play football. Maybe that calm, relaxed nature is just, it appeals to different people for different reasons and allows them to be the best at their football.
I wish I could find the footy like Dusty, that's for sure. But yeah, if I could get there right before the final, the first bounce, that would be ideal for me. Like you said, tracksuit on, whack the shorts on, and off we go.
Yeah, beautiful, mate. Well said. Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night, football, they're all prime time viewing categories. You want to play your best, but you also want to look your best. Who or how many individuals down at the club go that little bit extra? You know, maybe they get a new haircut, they might get a new headband, some of them might even get a new tattoo. What's the rules when it comes to deodorant, aftershave or cologne?
Well, yeah, Isaac's obviously a massive culprit for his motto, obviously, look good, feel good, smell good, play good, I think. It's his motto, which I don't mind that at all. But sometimes I feel like if I'm trying to look too pretty, I don't play tough.
Okay.
I don't know, that's just in my head. A bit of a weird story.
I like that.
When I was living with me, my brother and Caleb Poulter,
Right.
we all, like a lot of the boys shave their legs and stuff for taping and stuff like that. And I think for like a month or like 2 weeks, we all shaved our legs and nothing of it. But we all played shit. And then we were like, boys, we need a bit of mongrel about us. We're not shaving our legs for the next month, and we all started playing well. So I don't know where I'm going with that, but yeah. Yes and no. I actually always put cologne on before I run out.
Yep.
Just because no one likes someone that stinks. So even if it is your opponent, it's just come on, mate, hygiene. But yeah, probably Isaac's definitely
Good
the
on
leader
you,
of
mate.
that.
I love the open honesty. You've got to adore it. It's great. Will, did you want to add anything to that? Probably surmised it as best he could.
I have noticed lately Crispy's been getting a barber coming to his place day before a game.
Oh, yeah?
Giving his haircut. Yeah, there was one on the weekend and then the week before as well. So fresh trims for Crispy.
Wow.
And Dakes as well. Nick is a fresh cut every week.
Yeah, there you go. I'm sure that's got something to do with Instagram as well. There are a few perks with being an AFL footballer. What's your favourite?
Got a beautiful girlfriend.
Yes,
Yeah.
Frankie's very lovely. Yes.
I'd like to say she's not with me because I play AFL, but correct, she is beautiful. Well, I'd probably say, I think I'm grateful to say it. Literally, and with 40 of a couple of my best mates, you know what I mean? Obviously, I think in my first few years I probably took it for granted. I didn't love it as much, but the older I'm getting, it relates me back to school, and I think everyone agrees they wish they'd go back to school. Working for $1 is not as fun. And obviously I was in the workforce for a couple of years before I got drafted, so I think that really makes me enjoy my time at footy, and sitting in our lockers looking at Marketplace with Will. It's pretty fun for me, so something we definitely love. Yeah.
How good's that? 31-32. Love it. He's giving great answers, and I don't want to miss out on you. Please tell me your thoughts.
Yeah, mine's the... my young fella just started Auskick, so just to go down there and see the joy on kids' faces when an AFL player rocks up, and it's like that's what they're striving to be. So that's probably the biggest thing I get out of being an AFL player is the community and the way the kids... it doesn't matter if you're the best player or the worst player, they sort of see you and you're like, it's possible to do it. So, yeah, that's it for me.
That's awesome. Dream, believe and achieve. I like it. What advice would you offer to a young boy or girl regarding the challenges of playing football and at this elite level, and what are the most effective strategies for coping with a loss?
First part of that, probably for me, I think it helped me get drafted was probably just having fun.
Yeah.
Obviously, I had a very different route to a lot of people. I didn't play much of the highest level till I was about 18.
Okay.
I just enjoyed it. I worked hard and played on the weekends with my mates. I think, and that really helped my footy, helped me mature as a man as well. But then I think the biggest part is have fun. Even now, playing in front of 80,000 people, 100,000 people, when we're having fun, we're playing our best. If I get angry, I start doing stupid shit. So probably, just having fun. And then dealing with losses is obviously always tough.
Yeah.
I think when I think back to it, my worst one was probably that prelim against Sydney.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it just comes back to the people around you. I think for me, it's having a partner is massive. Or for me as well, when I didn't have a partner, it was a dog.
Yeah.
It's like, I think everyone comes home if they've had a shit day, it doesn't matter, their dog's still pretty happy when you knock on that door. So
How good's that?
I think for Will, it's probably his family. So
Yeah.
I think everyone's got that outlet when they get home, and
Yeah.
for me, being younger, it's probably my missus and my dog.
Awesome, mate. Really nice sharing it. So we'll just discuss that. Obviously, there's 2 points to the question, but just the challenges of what it's like to play at the elite level and also what it's like to deal with a loss.
Yeah, Fly speaks about his motto is sort of deep wins and shallow losses. So
Wow.
he wants you to come in on the Monday after the game. You wouldn't know whether we won or lost. The boys are smiling, they're having fun. We're getting back to work. So it's just one of those ones that it's going to happen. It's a game of footy. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to lose, but it's not the end of the world. We're a good team. We're a good squad, and we've got a great system. So the more we play to that system, we're going to win more than we're going to lose. So it's just deep wins and shallow losses.
Tell me, I've got goosebumps from that one. That's a bloody good answer. Thank you. That was brilliant. We see the coverage of you guys arriving for the game and preparing. But what is your individual preparation? It's an hour before the game. What's your routine? I say that with a laugh because I know what you're probably going to say, Will. But
From how far are we talking? Like,
just an hour prior to the game.
No, I'm pretty cruisy, I don't really have a set routine. I don't have to get anything strapped, which is handy. Usually just get a massage.
Okay.
Hammies and calves, maybe lower back. And then just cruise, try and enjoy it. Have a kick with the lads, muck around, just
nice.
just really take it easy. And then we have
Good on you.
just really cruise and enjoy my time until we have our first line meeting. And then, like Will said, as forwards, that's still pretty good. We sit there and someone's got to tell a joke every line meeting, and checkers is usually pretty good for that. I'm no good at jokes, so it's always pretty light-hearted and gets us set up.
Wow, thank you. Well,
Yeah, if it's pretty quiet for me, grab a piece of banana bread, grab a record and sit down and wait till I'm called for a meeting. Not much else more to it.
you've got to put your hands together for that one. Well done, mate. Really nice indeed. I really want to know this. Describe the experience of walking down the race after a close win. It's just, 23, the season of 23, there was a lot of that going on. You put in maximum effort, everyone played to their strengths, and you walk off together. You achieve victory, and then you proceed into the rooms to sing the song as a group. Forming a circle arm in arm, reflect on the nature of that emotion. The energy levels must be palpable. Take us into that.
Yeah, obviously, especially after a big win.
Yeah.
Obviously, 23, we had ridiculous amount of close wins, but I feel like we had so much confidence that we're going to win them. So in a way, at the start, it was like we got it done. How good's that? But I think as it went on and we kept doing it, we were like immune to it. Like we knew we could do it.
Wow.
But yeah, it's obviously still such a good feeling. Obviously, the crowd's going nuts because there's no better win really. And then walking down that race, obviously, we give out footies and stuff like that, and the crowd's going crazy. That's a great feeling. And then walking in the room is probably one of my favourite things because you see your friends, your family, if they're there, you give them a hug or a kiss, and then you form the circle. And there's obviously an immense amount of energy in that circle, especially when it is a close win. So you sort of just look around, wait for Steelo. He's the main guy that gets the song going, and you're sort of looking around, smiling at everyone, and then. Yeah, it's pretty special feeling, that's for sure.
Well, just to create a little bit of theatre in relation to the question, as I've just described, you've come off. It's been a close win. You had a few of those, as we've alluded to. But that camaraderie of that group that you play with, they're not just people that you play football with, they're mates. You've shared a lot of experiences with them, and you put arm in arm, the song sung. Tell us about that feeling for you.
Yeah, it's one of the best feelings ever. Been a Pies fan my whole life, so to actually experience it has been even better than I watched as a kid. So we get off the field, we sing the song, and then you go straight into the change rooms, and there's like 3 or 4 minutes before the team come and get you for interviews and whatnot. It's just the players and a couple of coaches in there, and you just see the smiles on everyone's faces and how good footy is. So that's the best part about it. It's just that 3 or 4 minutes before we have to do anything, and it's just the guys in there. That's what it's about.
Let it sink in. Oh, that's great. That's awesome. You are considered role models, both for your behaviour and your footy acts. which is a lot for a young lad to take on when you first come into the system. But let's talk about being a role model and an inspiration for sacrifices and discipline. The sacrifices and discipline that are required, because there's such a thing in football which is called temptation. It's called footy's ugly sister. How have you managed to get around the things when everybody else that's going about normal life, you're making those sacrifices because you want to play AFL football?
I probably struggled a bit in my first few years, if I'm being honest. I was a young 19-year-old that had moved states by himself. I didn't know anyone here besides the footy lads, obviously. Had no family here. But yeah, it probably relates to, for me, was having a partner helped me lots. Not having that temptation to go out with the boys every weekend. Although I did it a fair bit when I was younger. But I think, and then obviously surrounding yourself around the other footy boys, because they're obviously going through the same things. Especially the lads from Melbourne, they get drafted, all their mates at uni want to go out on the weekends, there's birthdays, this, that. I think hanging out with each other and sort of going through all the highs and lows together definitely helps. But yeah, the older I'm getting and the more mature I'm getting, I'd like to say, it's getting easier. But yeah, it obviously does suck missing out. But they also don't get to run out in front of 100,000 people on their Saturday night. So obviously, yeah, there's some things that suck, but I'll take it my way any day. So.
Good on you, mate. Great. Will?
Yeah, I just think the realisation of how short an AFL career is. I think the average is like four years or something like that. So to risk playing for 10 plus years for a couple of weekends out here and there, it's not really worth it to me. But like Bowie said, running out in front of 100,000 each week of screaming Magpie fans, it's next level. So it just takes the thought away from everything. So.
Well said. Just seriously, well said. I like it. Good teams play this brand of football, okay? Or they have these systems in place. You want your mids to win the contested football, get the ball on the outside with a chain of handballs, then try bringing it through the corridor, getting it into the forward, getting it into the forward line with some run and carry. The fundamentals are key to effective ball use. The more you get it right, the greater the chance there is of success. How does this sound to you?
Pretty good, yeah. Obviously, yeah, that's obviously a massive part of our game, and all we want is to, I think like what I said before, our fundamentals is a massive part of the game, and fundamentals for what you've just said is getting the ball forward, helping everyone out and getting everyone involved. So, I think system stacks up as well as it can against any team with a stack load of talent, so system's massive.
Totally agreed, and hence the reason I read that out is because that's actually the Collingwood game plan at the moment. It's like the system. It's working so well, as described last weekend, and all the pundits are talking about how just a perfect game of football the Collingwood Football Club played. I won't go into it with you, Will, because I just know that's exactly what you're thinking. But I wanted to go into the next line of it. When you think of past players that have played in your position at the club, and people speak of them with a great deal of reverence and respect, thinking that hopefully in years to come, people will be referring to you in the same way. Does that ever dawn on you, or do you just live in the moment?
Yeah, that's never really dawned on me, because I've always seen myself as a role player, and not many kids want to be a role player. So I used to watch Daisy Thomas a fair bit and absolutely loved the way he played footy, and then got to play against him when I got drafted. But yeah, I just sort of think that there's going to be guys like, Nick that everyone wants to be, and there's going to be guys like myself that you just need in the team to do a job or get a role done. So I don't think there's going to be too many kids want to be a role player.
That's interesting. A very humble answer. I'm sure you'll agree. From your point of view, Bo?
Yeah, I'm pretty similar to Will.
Yep.
I didn't watch much footy growing up, and I wasn't a Pie supporter, so I don't really know many lads that have played my role, and in a way as well, I think, to me, not knowing that much about footy's history, I don't really know if there's that many that have played the way I play.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty rare, and has its highs and lows.
Yep.
But yeah, I think, like Will said, I don't know how many blokes or how many young kids want to go out there and be known as someone that's good at tackling. Most of them want to be known for kicking goals. So, but yeah, it does the job, and I enjoy it, and I think everyone else enjoys it, I hope so.
I like it as an answer because, as you alluded to, you're stamping your own mark on exactly the player that you want to be, but you become such a fundamental role within the playing group. It's quite huge. How much of a competitive beast are you? Do you like crack the shits if you lose at cards or board games?
I'm competitive at most things, but like, nah, shit like that doesn't really bother me.
No, it doesn't bother
My
you?
brother was always like the big brother, was a bit of a bully, so he always beat me, and he was always really good at everything. So he always beat me at everything. So no, I'm alright with losing, but when it comes to footy, I'm pretty flat.
Yeah, different story.
I think if it's physical, I want to win.
Yep.
But if it's games like card games, I've never been good at that stuff. So.
Okay. Will, did you want to add to that?
That's just the reason I chose the team sport, because it's it's a team effort. I don't really care if I lose cards or a game of ping pong. It's nothing. But when we lose the game of footy, it's frustrating.
Wow. Yeah, very well said. I love it. Let's go with this. The coaches, commentators, and fans. The coaches, the commentators, and the fans are all interested in the stats. They use them as KPIs, and rightly so. I mean, that's why people play Supercoach as well. It's obviously an extremely important factor, and it's important to the players and the team leading into and after the fact. But how conscious are you as a player of those stats during the game?
Yeah, I can usually count one on my hands, so I'm usually pretty conscious of it. And yeah, playing my role, especially as a small forward and probably a small pressure forward, it's definitely on our minds. I think us small forwards do battle, or I think all forwards, or probably all players battle with it in a way. You feel like you can do more sometimes. But a lot of time, as us forwards, it comes down to our role. Me and Bobby are playing high. For 3/4, the ball might be on that side of the oval, and my role is to be on this side. So there's not much you can do besides keep doing what you need to do on that side, and if the ball comes over, you get your chance. So yeah, it's something I've probably had to deal with. Something that used to make me really flat, and especially in my earlier days, I was always like, they're going to drop me. If I'm only having 8 touches and only kicking a goal or not kicking a goal, well, they want me in this team.
Okay.
But I think that's where I've gained the confidence with flying that keep picking me and keep putting the messaging in my head that it's not about how many touches or the goals I kicked for me to be playing. So yeah, it's definitely in the back of our heads, I think.
That's great. And that's the reason that I asked that question, and you've given the perfect answer. I just wanted to know, when you rate your game personally, what key stats do you look at for you to consider it a good game?
For me, it's the how many contests I've been in and not out marked, so bringing the ball to the ground, or creating a 2v2 rather than letting them have an outlet. Or how many blocks I've had on for the game for the bigs, so they can get out and get an easy mark.
Yeah.
Obviously, you want to get your hands on the footy, but like Bowie said, most of the time you can count them on one hand.
Yeah, I understand. I don't want to blow this out of proportion, but when you're walking towards the boundary line and you're about to hand over a footy to who you've spotted from maybe 50 out, are you aware of how much of an impact that you're about to make on that person's life?
Yeah, 100%. My thing is I always look for a young kid. Don't know why. I just think they'll probably remember that for the rest of their life. Or I just think that kid's going to make their day, obviously. And then I know as a kid, when an AFL player used to come to our school, I used to be like that excited, obviously. And to give a kid a ball, they can take it for show and tell. I'm sure they'll tell absolutely everyone. These days they'll probably post it on TikTok. So I think it's massive, and being able to do that is great. And I wish we could give more out, to be honest with you. Just see the smile on the young fella's face or young girl's face, or I think it's massive. I just wish we could kick them out sometimes.
Oh, brilliant, mate. Well said. Will, I wanted to ask, you've just kicked a team lifting goal. You look up and you watch the replay of you on the big screen, and you happen to catch yourself in a full-blown muddy body muscle flex, you know. Is there a moment when you look at it and you go, hey, that's not bad?
If I'm having a muscle flex, I might snap a, what do you call it? I don't even know. I might snap a bicep. I don't even have any. I try to avoid looking at the big screen, that's for sure. If I do catch myself, I'll point to one of the other boys or try and make contact and take the attention away from me. That's not my game. I don't like the attention at all.
I hear you. Your best ability is availability. Some football journeys can be cruelled by injury. So when you look at an individual that's played over 300 games, what's your first thought?
Fuck, he's done well. Yeah, it's extraordinary.
Yeah.
I think obviously there's a few at our club now, but I think obviously Pendles is a great example, but also a ridiculous answer in a way. Obviously, he's hopefully about to break the record eventually, but I think Crispy's record's pretty full on when you think about it. I'm only 24 and I can't string together 20 games, so. I don't
It's
know.
over 10 years of football.
Yeah,
Straight football.
Exactly. I've played 5 and I haven't got anywhere near it. So, I think it's unreal to be able to prepare your body each week, whether it's niggles. Like I think we speak about you never play a game at 100% because you're always battling something from the week before. So, I think it's pretty extraordinary to be able to keep fit, not have an injury or an illness or something. So, it's a extraordinary achievement.
Give us your thoughts on it, mate.
Yeah, it's a credit to the guys. This is my 14th season, and pre-seasons are just getting harder and harder. So the way they just keep showing up and not only just showing up, but performing to a level that's exceptional. It's really, really good to watch, and it's something you strive to be a part of and see if you can get there. But it's amazing watching Pendles behind the scenes and Sidey and like Bowie said, Crispy, just the way they work on their body and get everything right. It's next level good.
Well, is there a moment where it's nearly like pinch yourself moment that you're playing with the 3 players you just mentioned, Jack Crisp, continuous amount of games, still side bottom over 300, Scott Penn will be over 400, where you just go, geez, how lucky am I to be playing in this era? Does that just literally blow you away?
Yeah, it genuinely does. We were speaking about it today in the meeting, like with Jackie, and the question came up, and Tim Embry answered with the fact that he's those 2 boys are probably 2 of Collingwood's greatest, but they're like 2 of the AFL's greatest as well. Yeah. So we're very, very lucky to be in the same facilities of them, same footy field, and just to look back when we're done and say we played with those guys. It's going to be great.
It is. It's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. We'll stop with all the serious stuff. We'll get over some other crazy stuff. Tell us this: what's best, crunchy or smooth peanut butter?
Smooth.
Either.
Okay. Where do you keep tomato sauce, in the fridge or the cupboard?
Cupboard.
Okay. What about Vegemite, fridge or cupboard?
Cupboard.
Okay. Are you a pyjamas, boxer shorts, or a birthday suit kind of guy when it comes to bedtime?
Yeah, undies, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Just the jocks.
Do you prefer the aisle or the window seat on a plane?
Aisle.
Window.
Okay. Do you sit in the front or the rear of the bus?
Mid for me.
Yeah,
Okay.
mid, yeah.
Mid, okay. And last one, favourite month of the year and why?
Yeah, September for there.
Yeah.
September, it's my birthday, the weather's turning good and we're in a granny.
Oh, yeah. Very nice. All right, let's talk about this. The Pies the Pies trounced the Hawks to the tune of 51 points at the G, but the real lesson came in tackling pressure with 82 to 38 tackles for the game. But even more telling was the fact that the Pies had 44 more tackles and they were all forward half tackles. But that's a consistent and strong message to the rest of the competition. I know it's only June, but if you want to continue to play that brand of football, it will see you playing finals. That's a pretty accurate assessment because that's exactly what happened, so we don't have to go into that. I just wanted to quickly highlight Jamie's efforts. 4th 5-goal haul this year. Amazing effort. Mark of the Year contenders. He's playing some of the best football I've ever seen him play. It's just absolutely brilliant. He said once that he would only ever do these footy panel shows, which was wonderful, but he hasn't been back since. But now he likes less engagement and the interaction when making the appearances. Hopefully that day will come back because I would love to get him on here and have a chat to him. I wanted to talk about the next game. It's King's birthday. Obviously it's the big freeze at the G. 1st versus 12th, 3:20 p.m. Pie sitting on top of the ladder with 10 wins, D's with 5. I found this interesting, and I obviously want to get your opinion on this at the end. We're in round 13. You're just over halfway. Your last 11 games, 9 are in Victoria. 6 of those are against the bottom 10 sides. Pies are currently ranked number 1 both in offence and defence. Interceptor score, both for and against, you're also ranked number 1. Your thoughts on hearing this and your take on it, bearing in mind it's June, not September.
It's a pretty good rap. Yeah, I think it's exciting. We're obviously playing, and we're obviously playing unreal footy.
Yep.
You look at what we did last week. I don't think there's really anyone in the comp that really, really worries me. I think when we play our best footy, no one can go with us.
Yeah.
So that's obviously exciting. But then there's obviously still a long season ahead. But yeah, there's massive ups to where we're at. There's obviously, we still don't have a fair few boys playing.
Yeah.
Shooters obviously out again.
Yeah.
Geordie, Dan, Titch is there, Tom Mitchell.
Yeah.
Don't know if I'm missing anyone else, but there's so many people that can come in and play an unreal role. If not, there's a few All-Australian boys that aren't playing. So, yeah. And then I think you look at people like Jamie that are just in exceptional form.
Yeah.
And then you got the older boys like Steelo and Pendles that are playing some of their best footy ever.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty exciting to watch. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited for the next 6 months.
Can I ask you both, in relation to 23 and 25, what's the difference between the 2 years? Is there anything that you could share with the fans here tonight that you are feeling is a little bit different?
I think the biggest one is we were a very connected team in 23, but it just feels like it's a different level this year. I don't know if that's the inclusions of the new guys coming in or whatnot, but it doesn't matter if it's a messy kick out of the centre or a perfect play. We're just happy as long as we're getting inside 50.
Yep.
I think Fly said on the weekend we scored at 61% when we went inside, and it's just like that's just numbers unheard of. So I just think like the connection that we've got going at the moment with the delivery inside 50, it doesn't matter. Like I said, on ground, in the air, the tackling pressure and the aerial contest. I think just it's unreal.
Yeah, it is. That's all I can say too. I want to close on that because that's the best answer that we've got in relation to that particular topic. So, ladies and gentlemen, could you please put your hands together for the boys?
That's good for fun. That's good for fun.
All right, so who reckons they know more than the other one? So, here comes your first question. Who's your team's captain?
Sam. Darcy Moore.
That's all right, yes, well done. You've got it, so you're off the mark. Who wears the number 5 at the Collingwood Football Club? Sam.
Jamie Elliott.
Correct. There we go. How many premierships has your club won?
Josh.
Sam.
16.
16 is correct. How many times has your team played in a losing grand final?
Sam.
27?
27.
27 is correct, well done. Closest to win 1,000, how many members does your club currently have? Sam.
105,000.
How much?
105,000.
Yeah, mate, well done. Where did your team finish on the ladder at the end of the home and away season last year?
Josh. 9th.
9th is correct. Well done.
Hey.
Hey. Round of applause for Josh. Well done, Josh. Good on you, mate. All right. Yeah, Bo was starting to kick me under the tables, Josh, so I'm very happy you're there. How many games did your team win last year at the end of the home and away season?
Sam.
12. 12 is correct. Well done, mate. All right, moving over the page. All right, question number 8. What year did your team last win a grand final and who did they play? Josh.
2023, Brisbane.
Correct, mate. Well done. How many points did you win that grand final by? Sam.
4.
4 is correct. Well done. 2 points. What year and who was the last Collingwood player to win the Norm Smith medal?
Sam. 2023, Bobby Hill.
Correct. 2 points you get. That's 2 points for that one, Will. 2 points on this one. Who was your club's leading goal kicker in 2024 and how many goals did they kick?
Sam. Bobby Hill and 36.
Bobby Hill's correct. It wasn't 36. Do you want to have a guess, Josh?
38.
It was lower. It was 30. All right. 1 point for you, Sam. 3 points on this one, boys. Player year and votes. Who was the last Collingwood player to win a Brownlow medal? What year and how many votes did they poll? Sam.
Dane Swan, 2011, 33 votes.
You got 2 points. He didn't get 33. How many votes do you think he got, Josh?
34.
Spot on, mate. You get the extra point. Well done. 1 point, yes. It's close now. 2 versus 12. All right.
Hey.
Here we go. All right. Only two more questions to go. 3 points, excuse me. All right. We'll get back to the questions, all right? Here we go. Which Collingwood player scored the most amount of Brownlow votes in 2024?
Sam.
Sam.
Nick Dacos with
Correct. And bonus point, how many votes?
38 votes.
Spot on, mate. You got 2 points there. And your last question, it's very close, even for the lady down there. Who won Collingwood's BNF in 2024?
Sam.
Sam.
Nick Dacos.
There you go, you won it. Well
We're all
done.
over it.
That's it, all done. I know more than you, Sam. You've done it. Josh, no, you don't go empty-handed, mate. Come on, kids football and an inflatable. You can't beat that. And Sam, congratulations, you little champion. You've just won a $100 voucher to go over to Hamper World and collect yourself a hamper from Hamper World. All right, so that's yours. Straight from Will to you. Thanks, Sam. Thanks, Josh. Well done.
That's good for footy. That's good for footy.
Now, if you two want to refer, okay, and get some help from these two, they may be able to help you, all right? So, you never know. But let's go. Buzz in as soon as you think you know with your name and then give me who you think it is, all right? Captain Blood.
David.
Jack Dyer. Correct. Super Boot.
David. Bernie Quinlan.
Correct. Well done. The Flying Doormat.
David. Carl Dietrich? No.
Tony, do you want to have a go? No. Bruce Jewell.
Bruce Jewell.
Okay. Your next one, Diesel.
David.
Tony.
David.
He played for Carlton and the Swans.
Tony.
Greg Williams.
Yeah.
Greg Williams is correct. Well done. You get the points. Plugger.
Tony.
David.
Tony.
Tony Lockett.
Correct. The King.
Tony.
Tony.
Wayne Carey.
Yes, well done. Lethal.
Tony.
David.
Tony.
Lee Matthews.
Yes, correct. Hungry.
David. Kevin Bartlett.
Kevin Bartlett, correct. The Kid.
David. Dermot Brereton.
Correct, well done. Dipper.
Tony.
David.
Tony.
Robert Dupatim.
Yeah, that'll do, yeah. Robert Dipio Domenico. Yeah, very good. Sauce.
Tony.
Yep.
Stephen Zavani.
Yes, well done. Sticks.
Tony.
David.
Yes, David.
Oh, gone.
Tony.
Stephen Conahan.
There you go, well done. The Flying Dutchman.
David. Carl Dietrich.
No.
No.
No go? No good?
No.
The Flying Dutchman was Paul van der Haar.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. The Flea.
David.
David.
Waitman.
Yes, well done. The Hawk.
David.
Yes.
Tom Hawkins.
No. It could. I suppose it could be, but it was Doug Hawkins.
Doug Hawkins.
All right.
Yeah.
Conan.
Who?
Conan. No good.
No.
Gary Ayres. Yeah. Yeah. All right. We'll go to this. The Dominator.
David. Wayne Johnson.
Yes, it was. Well done. What about Mr. Football?
Tony. Ron Barassi.
No.
No, the other one. Ted Whitten.
Ted Whitten. There you go. You got it. Disco.
David.
David
Michael
did.
Roach.
Michael Roach is correct. Buddy. David. Lance.
Lance Franklin.
Yes. Yeah. Silk.
Tony. Cyril Real.
No. From that.
Burgoyne.
Yes. Yeah, you can have it. You've done it. All right. You've done it. The Fish.
David. Paul Salmon.
Paul Salmon is correct. Monkey.
Tony. Damien Monkhurst.
Yes, well done. How are we going score-wise? 9 versus 10. Oh, nice and close. The Horse.
Tony. John Longmire.
Longmire, well done. The Rat.
Tony. Stephen Milne.
No, that's Tip Rat.
Oh.
The Rat.
No.
No, Johnny Platten.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
All right, and we'll go for a couple in here. This is a little bit more modern. The Lizard.
Tony. The Sydney guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I only call him the Lizard. I can't think of his name.
Nick Blakey. Yeah, that'll do. Wanted to help there. The Wizard.
Tony.
Yes.
The Hawthorn one.
Cyril Rioli.
No, the little one. Nick Watson.
Yeah. Or I'll take Jeff Farmer as well. Fig Jam.
Tony. Bucks.
Yeah, that'll do. How'd we go score-wise? 12 versus 10. You're our winner.
Right.
Well done. Beautiful. Lovely. David, you did exceptionally well, mate. I don't want you to go home empty-handed because it was nice that you volunteered to come up here when nobody else would. So I'm going to give you a $100 voucher to go to Hamper World, all right? So you can go and score yourself a hamper from Hamper World. Tony, love your work. Absolutely fantastic. A set of Yamaha earbuds, TWE36. They are valued at $150. That's not bad for just coming. Wow. They're yours. All right? So congratulations to you. Thanks, Tony. Well done.
That's good for footy.
Put your hands together for them. That was wonderful. I just need to let you know very quickly, upcoming shows that we're going to be doing. If you want to be part of the live audience, which is always better if it's live, all right, and you come and be part of it, you need to get onto the website, which is www.that'sgoodforfooty.com.au/tickets. I need to let you know our next show is on June the 11th. We're heading to the Mulgrave Country Club in Wheelers Hill for an Essendon night with Nate Caddy and Isaac Kako. All right? And then on June the 18th, we're going to be doing a Western Bulldog show, which is going to be back here at the Italian Sports Club in Werribee. And we've got Ed Richards and we've also got Bailey Dale on the show. So it's going to be a Western Bulldog show. So if you've got any friends that don't just barrack for Collingwood, and I presume you speak to other people from other clubs, maybe you keep to yourself. All right, I get that. But then on June the 25th, we're doing a Melbourne show with Bailey Fritsch and... Hey, take it easy. With Bailey... Can I just tell them first? We're doing the show with Bailey Fritsch and Clayton Oliver. Okay, from the Melbourne Football Club. So if you know any Melbourne supporters, let them know. I'm probably guessing you don't, but it doesn't matter. It's all cool. Remember, if you want to get your tickets, you need to get onto the website. What I just wanted to say is thanks for everybody for attending tonight. Thanks for coming along to the Italian Sports Club in Werribee. It's so hard to talk when your wife's just in your ear, but all I'm trying to say is that if you enjoyed yourselves, go away and tell somebody else and hopefully they'll come along to the next one. If you didn't have a very good time tonight, don't tell anyone because no one likes a whinger, all right? But we'd appreciate if you went out there and spread the word. We can get more people to come along. All I want you to do now is say thank you to Sam and thank you to Sandy for attending and being part of the night. Thank you. And whilst you're at it and you're doing all this and you've got that stuff happening, please put your hands together for the lovely and talented Will Hoskin-Elliott and Bo McCreary. I'm sure you'll agree they're more than just role players, okay? And they've been wonderful tonight. Boys, what I wanted to ask you, if someone was thinking about coming to these shows, what would you say to them?
Depends who's talking. If me and Will, I'd say come, yeah.
Yeah.
Come
Good.
and enjoy it and probably get to see the boys a bit more up close and personal than what you do and hear a few good stories.
Yeah, well done. Well, I want to leave the last word to you, mate. Firstly, before I do, I just want to say, you know that Will doesn't do much media, okay? So it's wonderful that he came along tonight. And for him to be... candid, open and forthright, it was wonderful, and I hope you all appreciate that this is probably one of those rare occasions where you get to see somebody like him in an environment like this. So I thank you, Will, for being part of it. And I'm not trying to blow smoke, it was just, that's exactly how I feel. So thank you.
Thanks for having me. It's been a good night. It's a lot of fun, so tell your friends and get down to the next one.
Yeah, beautiful. And I'm thinking, because a lot of people have been asking, I said, oh, you're doing a show tonight. I need to know, do you reckon if there was a possibility if we were to maybe do another show in another area, would you be part of it?
I'd definitely come back.
Ah, yes. That's all we want to hear. That's been wonderful. Thank you very much for saying so. I've had a bloody ball tonight. I hope you have. My name's Damien. This has been That's Good Footy Panel Show. Hope to see you again real soon. Thank you and good night. Cheers, everyone.
This is what you pray for. Every night and every day for you give it all, and you get more. That's good for footy. Oh, you give it more. That's good for footy. That's good for footy.